We are here in beautiful Konopiste Open, the second stop of the PDGA Euro Tour series with the PDGA Euro Tour Manager, Matej Verl. Matej, welcome.
Hi, it's great to be here. This is just beautiful property. It's one of the most beautiful courses in the world on many players' bucket list, and I'm just excited that they accepted the challenge to be on the Euro Tour, and we can host this awesome event here in Czech Republic.
Euro Tour, PDGA Euro Tour has grown a lot over the years, and maybe you are one of the best persons to tell us which were the origins of PDGA Euro Tour.
Yeah, there are a couple of milestones I'd like to mention. The first Euro Tour basically happened in late 80s, which is maybe surprising, and more surprising it is that it wasn't even in Scandinavia, where disc golf is the biggest right now, but it was in the area of Switzerland, southern Germany, and Austria. One of those pioneers was actually Paul France, who is still playing in the MP division on the Euro Tours. So it's always great to sit down and chat with him about the old times. The other sort of big milestone that I consider big is when in 2008 when Brian Henniger stopped being executive director of PDGA and became international director of PDGA because he started the international program. He started the idea of having PDGA Europe. He just saw the growth and knew that this needs to be another focus of PDGA. So that's where it all started, through PDGA Europe being operated by country coordinators to the growth where that wasn't sustainable, and it became operated by board of directors 2018 to PDGA Europe finally being established as a non-for-profit organization in Helsinki, Finland in 2019. Regarding Euro Tour, it has been sort of self-operated until 2019, when PDGA Europe has had its own staff, had its own budget, was finally established in Finland. So that was the time when PDGA could really start growing the tour. This was also the year when I was hired. I was the first employee of PDGA Europe, and my two tasks were to be the PDGA Europe Tour Manager, being here as a contact person for all players, TDs, and everyone, all events in Europe. And the other part of my job was to grow the Euro Tour. So that's what I tried, and that's what I'm trying still.
So I guess that the first events of the first years of the PDGA Euro Tour were a bit different from the 2023 PDGA Euro Tour. How could you tell us how much it has grown?
Absolutely. I mean, it went through ups and downs. Namely, it went 2017, 2018. There was a split between professional and amateur Euro Tour, which was just a fabulous. It was a great idea. It was just a little ahead of its time. It didn't go to fruition, and in 2019 we were back to one Euro Tour. And that's when I sort of took it over, and I tried to attract more all those big events, and the results pretty much what you see this year. We've got this Konopiste Open on the shuttle, we've got Krogol Open, Chelefta Open, PCS Open, all these events that maybe were not interested before, but they see the growth, they see that investments are being made, there's coverage, there's everything. So it's just great to have all those huge events on board.
The events have grown, but the attention has also grown. We see that the media evolution has also given some giant steps ahead.
Yes, media was one of the first things I had to look into, because without media you can't get sponsors, without sponsors you can't get money, you can't make the sport professional. So definitely before 2019 some events were filmed, but it was more of on basis event to event, whereas what I really needed was a consistent coverage throughout the whole tour. So now we've got MDG Media covering all MPO and FPO feature and lead cards on all of the Euro Tour events. and we've got this golf network doing live coverage of 8 of the 12 events, which is another just huge steps for European disc golf in general, and the top players and the audience that's just eager to watch this action live as well.
This audience has grown not only in Europe but also worldwide. We are seeing a lot of attention from the US players and US public to the Euro Tour.
Yes, absolutely. So obviously, Paul Macbeth is playing, and there's going to be plenty of US players coming for multiple Euro Tour events this year, which is something new, and it's great to welcome them. But the idea is that we will grow the tour here in Europe so that the top European players don't need to go to US to showcase their skills, to make disc golf their living, but they can play here. We're going to have same payouts as they have in US, same level of coverage. Disc Golf Network's already here to cover 8 of the 12 events, so with the absolutely same treatment as the US Elite Series have. So this is exciting, and for the players, for audience, for sponsors, for everybody, for the sport. And yes, US players coming over to Europe is nice, but like in future, this transatlantic movement will be both ways. Americans will be going to Europe, Europeans to America, and it will not actually matter where you play, because the conditions will be same everywhere.
Okay, so disc golf is growing so fast that maybe we need a crystal ball, but where do you see European disc golf from here to, let's say, 5 years?
Obviously, this is hard question, and it depends on many things, like if the growth is going to be steady or accelerating, slowing. Anything can happen, but the goal is to really catch up with the US, and I believe that the European potential is even bigger. We've got a huge economy and everything, and there's no reason why European disc golf couldn't be the professional, really real professional sport in very foreseeable future. The steps we are making and the sport is making every year are just huge, and I hope that everybody will be able to see it this weekend here in Konopiste.
Okay, so Matej, so thank you very much and congratulations for all this hard work, all those years that now is showing up and people worldwide can watch it even live.
Yeah, thank you, and absolutely go ahead, watch DGN live, subscribe to MDG Media channel, and spectate those awesome European players that will show you what it takes to be the true athlete.